Yo, welcome back. In this video, you're going to learn what you can use as a tax write-off if you're a rapper or a music producer.
Adelante, make the beat drop.
Now, before I jump into all the things you can write off on your taxes, make sure to stay tuned till the end of the video because I have a special free gift for you, completely free, in order to help you keep track of all your write-offs. I just want to let you know, everything we're about to go over right now, as far as deductions, have to be reported on the federal Schedule C form for small businesses on the 1040 form. Now, in order to do that, you have to report income as well. So this comes in the form of income you earned, whether it be from shows, whether it be from mixing and mastering services, whether it be from beats that people bought from you, whether it be from features. All of those are income that is not taxed throughout the year. Stuff you got through PayPal, stuff you got through Cash App, that's all stuff that has hit your bank account at one point or another, and that needs to be reported on that Schedule C form as income for your small business. Now let's jump into the tax write-offs. First, hardware and gear. Now this is a huge one as artists, as music producers, as singers. You're buying gear all the time to level up your game. So I'm talking about MIDI keyboards, I'm talking about synths, I'm talking about guitars, I'm talking about microphones, pop filters, all of that stuff, cameras if you're buying them. All of that stuff is a tax write-off for your small business. Now remember, this has to be for your business purpose. You can't just go out and buy a camera, not have a business or not be an artist and expect to write it off. This has to be for your business. For me, I copped this Loudon Audio LA320 microphone this year. This thing is a beast. I love it. Check it out. And it's a tax write-off for me this year because I'm using it for my business. Now, second, on the things you can use as a tax write-off as a rapper or a music producer is software. Tell me this one ain't big. Tell me this one ain't huge. Come on. How many times have you gone online, and I'm guilty of this, I've been like,
I'm not gonna go on Wave Central. I'm not gonna go on Native Instruments. I'm not gonna go on Sweetwater
and buy anything. Next thing I know, I've dropped $500 on VSTs, son. Omnisphere, Keyscape, Contact. All these VSTs that you use in your DAW, they're all tax write-offs. But make sure you buy them this year. Don't try and claim something from 2018 on your 2020 taxes. That ain't gonna fly. If you bought Ableton or FL Studio or Logic within this past year, make sure you use that as a tax write-off. The next thing, one that I use a lot is like Photoshop or Premiere Pro, what I use to edit my videos. Those are all pieces of software that I've bought throughout the year and are tax write-offs. Now that brings me to my next point, and that's subscriptions. Subscriptions are tax write-offs. You can use these. I'm talking about Splice. I use Splice. I'm talking about Arcade from Output. If you use Arcade from Output, they charge you $10 a month. That's a tax write-off. Adobe has also gone subscription-based for some people. That is also a tax write-off. One subscription that I always use is my subscription to Flick.tech. Now, Flick.tech is a very powerful hashtag research tool that I've used personally to grow my Instagram from 3,000 to now getting to 15,000 followers. I'm gonna link a video right here, it should be popping up, where I go very in depth on how you can use hashtags to grow your fan base and to pop off on Instagram if you're a rapper. And again, reminder, stay tuned to the end of the video because I got a special free gift just for you. Now back to the tax write-offs. Next on the list are business travel expenses. Now this, I know right now it's a little difficult to travel with the pandemic still going on. However, when things open up and let's say you get booked for a show out of state, right? And you gotta buy your plane ticket to get to that show, that is a business travel expense. Now, I'm not telling you to write off your whole vacation while you're there. I'm saying make sure to keep track of the essentials, your plane ticket, your hotel room. Those can be tax write-offs. Don't be writing off all these huge bills that you're spending at the club, that you're spending on these restaurants, because then that can get a little bit sketch. That might get you into a little bit of trouble. Make sure to keep it to the basics, stuff that you can track that is directly tied to your business travel expense. Lastly is the transportation or the mileage that you've used throughout the year that's specifically tied to your business as a rapper or a music producer. Now let's say you have to get to a show and you're taking the bus or you're driving there. That's a tax write-off. Now here's the catch. In order to write off your mileage, you have to keep track of that. So what I always recommend, get a little book, get a little notebook, write down how many miles it was to get from your house to whatever venue it was that you were performing at, there and back, and then write those miles down. At the end of the year, if you take this information to your tax preparer or to your CPA, then they'll be able to calculate the amount of miles that you use for your business and then use those as a tax write-off. Now, let's say you don't have a car and you take public transportation to your shows that you're performing at or other venues, just keep track of the receipts. Now, if you have a monthly, again, subscription, make sure you write that off in your subscriptions because that's charging every month. All of these are very important, but you have to make sure of one thing. Make sure you keep your receipts. Make sure you keep track of everything that you're spending that's qualified for your business. I mentioned having a free gift for you, and I do. I've put together a PDF, a document just for you that you can download for free that helps you keep track of all your qualified expenses so that all you have to do is write in the totals, bring your receipts to your CPA or to your tax preparer, hand it to them, tell them the income that you've earned over the year, put that on your Schedule C form, and they can do the rest for you, making it easy for you and keeping you organized. And if you're really looking to up your music marketing and grow on social media as an independent rapper, first, check this video out right here. Next, subscribe, hit that bell notification so that you know when every video drops because I'm going to have a lot of information just for you. I'm Adelante of AdelanteMusic.net. Peace.